Radiologically isolated syndrome is a diagnosis related to multiple sclerosis when a human being has no neurological symptoms, none. Okay? They don't have a history of progressive decline in function, they don't have a history of attacks, and they don't have any changes on their neuro exam. So when we run them through the MS Olympics and they're doing all the things, we're not finding the trappings of multiple sclerosis on their exam, but the MRI scan looks like MS. So here the person doesn't look like they have MS, but the MRI does. And we call that radiologically isolated syndrome. And this has been studied. A portion of people with radiologically isolated syndrome are going to go on to have their first attack, clinically isolated syndrome. And the question becomes then, what do we do with those people? And one of the things we do is we don't ignore them. So we want to say, oh, well, that's interesting. Have a good day. We want to do a workup. We want to make sure that we're not missing something. And here's an example where someone has radiologically isolated syndrome. So presumably they have an abnormal MRI, and they've done a lumbar puncture, and they have unpaired oligoglobal bands. So not only does the MRI look like they have MS, but the spinal fluid looks like they have MS. And so what do you do in that situation? I offer treatment to that person. Now, to me, that's starting to build a pattern concerning for possible multiple sclerosis. And I am a very strong believer that the earliest time that I start treating you, the better that we're going to do long term. And so I would actually offer that person some form of treatment. I might offer them something like glutathione acetate, which is a very, very safe medicine, because I don't want to put them on a big dog drug that's going to create a lot of side effects for fear that they have some untoward effects when I can't even prove they actually have MS. But I would actually consider treatment in that person. If we collectively as a team decided not to start treatment, I would at least want to get serial MRIs in them. And if I saw that they developed new spots, now I really want to treat them. The one thing I wouldn't do was dismiss them. I would want to continue to follow them with serial MRIs and with serial neurological examinations for years and years, so that if we weren't treating them, we could jump on treatment as soon as we were able to confirm a diagnosis. I think what we have seen, I know what we've seen over my career in MS neurology is that we have become faster and faster and faster to agree that we should start treatment. And this is a patient in whom I would very seriously consider starting treatment.